I don't even think I would be around here, to be honest, if I didn't play fighting games. Don't ever let anybody stop you from being you, because despite everything, you're still you. That's an Undertale quote. But despite everything, you're still you, and nothing's ever gonna change you. No matter if you're trans, you're gay, straight, any of that sort, whether you're religious or, you know, you're black, white, all that, you're still you. It's always joy and excitement. I can't imagine never enjoying a fighting game. Fighting games are very fun, and especially Dragon Ball FighterZ. So just playing fighting games in general, I can never not be happy playing them. Non-binary essentially means you do not identify with either gender, so on the male or female, essentially, spectrum. You kind of identify as like gender neutral. Ever since I came out as non-binary, I get to really explore myself and do all the things that I thought I hated. And that's because I felt trapped in being like I had to be like a cis male. And I was like, that's not me. The very first time I touched a game was when I was 3 years old. It was Tekken 3, and I just knew I loved video games from that point on. I was kind of like that silly, goofy child growing up. I was just that kind of clown that wanted to make people laugh all the time. Sometimes be obnoxious, but it comes with the comedy. I decided thinking about becoming a professional player when it became apparent that I was capable of doing so. So when I really applied myself and really kept like showing people that I was really strong, people started coming seeking me out, and then I was like, wow, I could get paid for doing something I love.
SonicFox does it!
As a player, I am pretty calculated randomness is what I'm described as. On paper, it looks like I'm a maniac, but those plays work all the time because they're calculated maniac points. I don't think I could ever hurt a fly, to be honest. Even internal violence, no. I just like video games, and I love fighting games. They're just fun. There's no violence.
Faced homophobia?
Oh, of course.
Esports?
Everybody faces some kind of like discrimination, and if they're part of that minority group anywhere, honestly. People that like to be homophobic and like to be transphobic and all that things like that, why do I care what they think about me if they are not even willing to understand? That entire speech was on the spot. I just like thought about the words that came into my head and I just said them. So, but yeah, I love that speech. I obviously got some, you know, people and conservatives really angry at me, but I don't care. No, I got an overwhelming amount of support from a lot of my friends, and a lot of people said that that was a huge moment for them in their life when I did that, and I'm very happy to have done something like that. understand that my platform on Twitter is a huge platform for many, many people of different communities and cultures, and I realized the power I had. I could have easily come out in private of being non-binary, but it wouldn't have the same message and effect that I would want it to have when if it was in public. So when I came out in publicly, it was to tell everybody, hey, like even somebody like me is also experiencing like certain different lives, trials and tribulations of their life, right? And coming out as non-binary was something I thought about for a very, very long time. And when I finally discovered that I was, I figured this is a key moment to tell everybody, like, I'm non-binary, despite everything that's happened in my life. I'm non-binary, and nobody's going to stop me from being non-binary.
Not really familiar of the universe of esports might think, oh, it's really a world for men, heterosexual men.
Yeah, exactly.
What can you answer to them?
No, the esports world is for anybody who has the skills to be in the esports world. And even if you don't have the skills to be in the esports world is for everyone because video games are fun. People that support me, they look up to me, and I have to be that leader for them. I don't ever want to step on anybody, so I try to be a pillar for my communities that I try to represent. I try to be myself so that other people can feel confident being themselves, and I try to use my platform or anything I can do to make sure that everybody has a safe space around me.